パラディ島は血の海に沈む。全世界から報復され、お前たちの親や兄弟も子供も皆殺しだ。心臓を捧げよう。
Floch has come a long way from who he was in Shiganshina. People like to look at him as if he was some sort of bitch or wuss, when in actuality, he was more courageous than anyone there. He was willing to speak out and stand up for what he believed in, and in fact, what he held wasn't even an unpopular opinion. Why face death head on when I can just stand here and die anyways? But with who he was talking to, there was no doubt that he'd shortly be inspired to think otherwise, to fight for humanity so that the living can give meaning to the death of their comrades before them. Him participating in the soon-to-be suicide charge and being the only remaining scout afterwards definitely would mess somebody up though. I mean, he already seemed to have a little sick, demented side to him, so this right here wouldn't make it any easier to control. But after all is said and done, what follows next is what people saw as Floch's drawback, when in actuality, it's what makes him him.
Somebody has to speak the truth around here.
His absolute bluntness and ability to speak his truth no matter who's around. I just gotta applaud him for it. And telling Armin that he undoubtedly and objectively was the wrong decision to keep alive instead of Erwin Smith.
You should be dead, and Erwin should stand in your place. I'm not alone in thinking that.
And I mean, if you've watched Attack on Titan, who disagrees with him? Who? Not me! Everyone knows Erwin was the better choice, and if you think otherwise, you're just about as delusional as Eren and Mikasa, and we know about those two. One's a genocidal freak, and one's a sheep who does anything the genocidal dude tells her to do. But that's for another video. We don't want to get into that. This is Floch's video. After the time skip is where Floch's true character shines. We see him in the raid of Libero killing way more people than he has to, but he doesn't care. That's what they did to us, right? Why can't we do the same thing to them? Spite and malice, two completely valid feelings to have at this time and place. Getting aboard the ship is when one of Floch's best scenes comes, when he beats the absolute shit out of Gabby for shooting Sasha.
Fight back! Fight back!
Well deserved. I would have done the same thing. I might have even thrown her off the ship if I were him, because we know what that decision to just punch her ended up for him later. Floch's role in decision-making in the War for Paradise is somewhat questionable afterwards, though. Actually, very fucking questionable. Is this guy crazy, or is he just an Eldian nationalist who would do just about any and everything to save his island? Nah. Some of his methods are a little unethical. He got a mob together just to fuck Keith's shader up. Now, why would he go out of his way just to jump this old-ass man, knowing he can't do anything to defend himself? No Titan powers, no ODM gear, just a normal-ass nigga getting beat the hell up. While this is very fucked up, it sends a very painful message to the rest of the Corps that Floch and the Jaegers are very serious. Some of the things Floch does are the signs of some sadistic psychopath. Like, I was convinced he was into some type of BDSM, getting off to killing people when he shot this guy in the head and started getting all excited about it afterwards. Like he was getting horny from spouting his propaganda. Propaganda that I sadly agree with. This is where his rapid descent into madness ensues, and his once logical way of thinking has become corrupt with pure hatred, and that's what's shown in Attack on Titan's latest episode. The absolute drive and will to stop the scouts from doing whatever they were doing, no matter the amount of casualties, is something I don't think even Erwin Smith would have done, and I think that's who Floch is trying to resemble. He's doing a terrible job at it. Erwin was crazy as shit, but it was an honorable crazy. The integrity of his character was never compromised, like how Floch's was. I mean, look at this shit!
Commander Erwin!
I said advance, goddammit! Erin's right in front of you! Do not falter!
Floch inevitably does pay the price for what he's done, and he doesn't succeed in his end goal to follow Eren's plans through to the end, because he was shot out of the air by guess who else? Never miss a shot, Gabby. I can't stand this little girl. Why is it that she was born to be the in real life incarnation of FaZe Jeff? It just doesn't make any sense. This isn't where he dies, though. He was taken out by Mikasa while trying to destroy the boat one final time. And this is the conclusion to who Floch is. At the end of it all, Floch's character had just about as much impact on the final season as any other main's character. Surely more than the likes of Mikasa, Armin, Jean, Hanji, all these fodder, good-for-nothing characters who fell off after season 3. After shit actually hit the fan and decisions had to be made. And that's one thing about Floch. He never had a hard time making a quick decision.
だから邪魔するなよ。よせ